Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, That's Right, Homeschool. My name is Mrs. T. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. I'm very excited for this upcoming year, both from a school and homeschooling perspective, but also a personal perspective. It should be a pretty nice year. It's not what we always want, just a nice year. So I wasn't actually expecting to do this video. I didn't purchase a lot of things on purpose, but I found myself in a position where I basically have a curriculum haul. So I'm going to share it with you all. I'm going to talk about what I purchased, where I purchased it from. I'll put the costs that I spent here on the screen while I show you each item, and we will go from there. So I bought a big bundle of curriculum from two different places, Core Knowledge and Rainbow Resources. So we're going to start with my Core Knowledge purchase here. So the first thing that I did buy is a collection of science books from the kindergarten level. Now this curriculum is free. I could access these online, but I didn't have an easy way to access the student book, which is this, and the teacher book. And the student books themselves are full of color, so I didn't want to print them in like black and white, and I did not want to use that much ink. So I bought the whole collection of their science for a year. So we are covering Pushes and Pulls, which is a book that we're already using. We have The Needs of Plants and Animals. We have Changing Environments, Weather Patterns. We have our 5 senses, and also computers all around us. So we've already started this. We are enjoying it so far, and we are going to be using this. Now, our science that we were using before this was Building Foundations of Scientific Understanding. We are going to go back to that. We're not abandoning that curriculum, but I needed something that was a little bit easier from a teaching perspective, a little bit more grab and go, a little bit more hand holding at this point. It's what I needed, juggling everything else that's going on today. So I did get that. The other thing that I bought is something that we actually are at the tail end of using for my kindergartner, and that is What Your Preschooler Needs to Know. This is the activity book number 1, and this thing is amazing. My kindergartner has loved this, and my preschooler is interested in this content as well. So he likes to watch kindergartner do this. And so I have decided to get this for preschooler. It has cutouts, it has stickers, and it corresponds to a spine that we already have. So I did end up getting this activity book. Now I will say those activity books are not super cheap, which is like a little bit, I don't know, kind of a bit of a bummer, but it's very good quality. My current kindergartner loves it, and my preschooler will as well. Okay, and then the other thing that I bought is this CD. It's called Preschoolers at Play, and it says that it's building language and literacy through dramatic play. Now, this is a CD, and it has a number of different scenarios that you are supposed to listen to, and it's supposed to spark kind of like a thespian sort of way to, pretend. It's a make-believe sort of CD, but I can't get it to work with my CD player. So I did actually open a ticket with the support people from Core Knowledge, but with the holidays, they've been closed. So I am hoping to return that. But if you have used that CD before, can you let me know? Comment down below if you've gotten it to work. I am curious. I still really want to use it, so I'm hoping that we can. But I have my younger one, my preschooler. He's such a little thespian, you guys. So I thought that would be kind of fun. That's like totally up his alley. Okay, so that was my not my Rainbow Resources. That was my Core Knowledge purchase. Now let's go into Rainbow Resources. So the first thing that I bought was the Matthew C. Alpha collection. So this is their Step Up collection. It comes with a student workbook, which, oh my gosh, this thing is huge. It is huge. My current kindergartner is on primer and will be finishing that soon. And we're loving this Matthew C. curriculum, the primer. So we decided to step straight into the next level. So it came with that student book. It came with the teacher manual. It also came with a test book, and it came with digital and a DVD copy of the lessons. So that whole bundle we bought as one item here, but we are going to be stepping into that pretty soon with my current kindergartner. Now, I did also buy another student workbook from the Primer series because my preschooler is going to eventually need this. We loved this program. I want to use it with my upcoming, or with my current preschooler eventually. And so I decided just to buy them together because I wanted to be ready for when he was ready for Primer, which isn't yet, but it's there. Now, from a math perspective as well, one of the things that I've noticed with my kindergartner is he could use additional practice for tracing numbers and using writing. Now, the math you see is great. You write every single day, but you're not tracing and practicing proper formation, which is probably fine for a lot of kids, but my kid needed more. And I was looking for different books, and I decided to do something a little crazy. We'll see how this goes. But I loved the Kindergarten Math with Confidence workbook. So I ended up trying something new here. I got the student book and the teacher guide for this, and I want to show you why I went with this one. Throughout the entire workbook for this Kindergarten Math with Confidence, you are tracing and practicing proper number formation on every single page. So I decided, and there were a couple of things that I noticed that were in here that were not covered in Math You See Primer, but were covered in mathematical reasoning. So I thought this would be a really good resource for us to add in. And we, at this point, actually, we just started this very first page today. I'm just going to do like a single page a day. So he will just kind of work his way through. This will get him the additional writing practice that he will need. And then as I was going through the teacher manual, I also realized that this is going to be amazing to implement a little bit earlier on with my upcoming kindergartners, my preschooler. So I did actually just go ahead and I purchased one more Math with Confidence student workbook. I'm just still trying to figure out the best way to get the best of all the worlds. But I thought that this would be good. So we're not removing anything, but my kindergartner definitely could use some additional number writing practice with tracing. Okay, also with math, I kind of forward thinking, this is not something we're gonna do now, but if we looked at the Math You See Alpha, that is focusing on addition. And I wanted to do some sort of additional practice in practicing our math facts. So this is not for something we're gonna be using immediately, but the idea would be, I want us to practice our addition facts. This is from Kate Snow. This is the addition facts that stick. It's a 6-week program that is meant to be like a supplement to whatever you're doing. So I thought this would be a really good one to work into our Alpha program, but I won't do that for sure when we're doing kindergarten math with confidence. Like I still have to figure out when we're doing it, but we're not doing it now. That's kind of thinking down the road. Okay, now the next topic thing that I purchased has to do with handwriting. So my kindergartner he has one more page left in his current handwriting book, which is from the Writing for Learning series. He's on the first handwriting book. And the original idea was after that he'd move into Getty to Bay. But the Getty to Bay workbooks and handwriting is a lot smaller than what he's currently working on. And his current Writing for Learning series is working really well. So I decided to get book 2 here in the series. This is meant for the kindergarten level. I decided to do this, which is going to be practicing smaller writing. Like the first one was pretty big. So we're going to be practicing some smaller writing, and we have words that we'll be tracing and completing, as well as tracing some sentences and a couple of other things. So I thought that this would be a good step. This first book worked really, really well for our current setup, so I didn't really want to change that. I wanted us to just continue, so we're just stepping into the next level of the Writing for Learning series. So not really expected, but that's what worked for us. Okay, and then the last thing that I bought, which I wasn't really expecting to buy, but we did, was my kid has been asking for more art, and he likes to color and paint and things like that, but he's wanting to know why. He's asking more technical questions. So I thought that his interest would be a good thing for us to dive into in this upcoming year. And that's going to be done with this book here from Artistic Pursuits called Art for Children. This is volume 1, and this is, it's 18 projects that you do. It comes with video lessons. I'm not a very artistic person, so this is great. I'll be doing it with him. But it comes with some video lessons. They're meant to be short, and we're focusing on watercolor crayons and oil pastels for the first volume here. So you can see it's not that thick, but I'm pretty excited to do that. So we are going to start sprinkling that in occasionally, probably like once a week, maybe even a little bit less than that, to be honest. But this will answer some of the technical questions and provide the guidance that he's looking for that I just don't have the know-how for. So there we go. Big curriculum haul. I wasn't really expecting it. We're not throwing anything out of the window. That's good. We are pausing BFSU, like I said, but everything else is kind of like additional or, you know, preparing for next steps for things that we know we have had success. So that is it. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, actually, total cost of what I spent here on the screen so that way you can see. And now that is it. Thank you so much, everyone. You have a wonderful day. Happy New Year, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.